Hello, this is me coming to you from the river bottom. And not only that, but I am getting some planning done while I am sitting down here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. So with this new game plan that I have decided to kind of take into the rest of 2023 with me, I have just recommitted to making my plans on Sundays. And that's something I used to do all of the time. When I was a teacher, I would plan out my week on Sunday evenings. But as soon as I started working for myself, a lot of those habits that I had created while I was working a full-time job and working a side gig kind of faded away because I had so much more time being home and working for myself. So I've got my little journal here. It's kind of a bullet journal. I don't do traditional bullet journaling. I have in the past. I haven't gotten fully back into it, but I am enjoying having this little journal that I can carry around. I can throw it in my purse. I can throw it in my backpack. I can throw it wherever. It doesn't take up a bunch of room, and it can hold some really good information that I can always refer back to. And so last week, actually, I guess about a week and a half ago, when I gave myself that vacation, if you saw my last video, you were able to kind of hear more about that. But in this journal, I wrote out like basically an ideal week and what I wanted to get accomplished in that ideal week, each day of the week, all of that. So that is what I am down here doing right now. Like I said, at the river. I am recording on my phone because I didn't want to bring my camera down here. I actually didn't know I was going to record it all, but I was like, you know what? I feel like taking advantage of the fact that I am sitting here in a bathing suit, soaking up this glorious sun, but also planning out my week can just go to show and prove that you don't have to have this like perfectly aesthetic situation to plan out your week, but instead it can be while you're sitting poolside or while you're sitting riverside or while you're riding in a vehicle or traveling. Maybe you're traveling home from somewhere. You can still have these tools and absolutely have them help you. So not only do I have my bullet journal, but I've also got my trusty planner. I have gone ahead and utilized this ideal week out of my bullet journal. So I opened that up to that page right in here. I opened up my week because this new planner system that I've used, which I realized, again, I shared all of this in a different video. I will link that below in the event that you are interested in watching that video. But I realized I don't need a daily spread. I need a weekly spread. I like to see my entire week out in front of me so that I know exactly what I'm doing and or what I'm not doing that week. I can see all the events and functions that I have going on. And through that, I am able to best plan out the tasks and all of the things that I want to accomplish. And so I have sat down here, I have gotten that done, and it has taken about 10 minutes. I don't have the music playing right now because it's playing from my phone and I paused it so that I could record this, but I've got some music playing. Obviously you can hear the ambiance of the outdoors. It's beautiful. And then there are some other people that are canoeing and floating by. So I'm saying hello to them in between, but I'm just enjoying this beautiful Sunday. So one other thing that I wanted to point out is I want to finish the rest of 2023 being the best version of myself. And initially I thought, okay, we're going to go hardcore. We're going to go all in. We're going to be busy. We're going to just get all the things done. But when I really took a step back and thought about that, I was like, you know what? The best version of me still takes afternoons like this. The best version of me still sits by the river, soaks in the sun, reads her fiction. She doesn't just only work. I don't want to be a workaholic. I've been a workaholic in the past. Tried to cure myself of that, I guess would be the way to go about talking about that. So that's what I'm doing. And I realize I'm still going to sit here and I'm still going to have these days where I come down to the river bottom, because one thing I've realized in the past is one regret I always have as fall gets here is that I didn't sit by the river more. I didn't take advantage of the fact that I literally have a beautiful river bottom, a beautiful gravel bar that I can come and sit down. Soon we will have a home up on the hill. We do not have a home yet, but we do own the land and we have this opportunity to come down here. And I want to take advantage of that more, and I haven't in the past, and I'm going to make sure that I do that moving forward. So the best version of me comes down here, sits by the river, soaks up the sun, listens to the beautiful sound of the birds, puts my sunscreen on, and gets my planner system out and ready to go so that I can have the best of both worlds. So I'm so excited to be doing that and just to be able to be the best version of me, plan out my week, which is something that's so important to me. And I know that I need to do that in order to get the things done that I need to get done. but I also don't have to pick and choose. It doesn't have to be either or. I forgot about that there for a moment, and I'm super excited for that. And so I wanted to share that in the event that you're struggling with that too, that you too can make this work. You can plan and you can enjoy life at the same time. And that's that. I brought this little backpack. I have my chair and I have a little cooler, okay? That is all that I brought. And in my backpack, I had room to go ahead and throw my planner in there and my little journal, my little bullet journal in there. So it was like, why wouldn't I, right? Why wouldn't I? I'm sitting down here doing really nothing anyways. I mean, I just come down here and I either just sit and listen to music, maybe take a little snooze, a little nap, or I'm reading fiction the whole time. And so it's like, why wouldn't I just go ahead and bring these? It's minimal. It's so minimal. It's a journal and a planner. Like, it's no big deal. And I have spent maybe 15-ish minutes doing this, saying hello to a few people canoeing by while I was sitting here. And that's it. I feel so good. I feel so ready for this week to start. It really can be that simple. It really can take that little amount of time. You just have to be willing to take that time, to sit down, to think through it. One more point I wanted to bring up, because I feel like this is something that when it comes to productivity, it's not often talked about. And I feel like it should be talked about because I feel it often. And that is the fact that when I do not feel like I'm organized, when I do not feel like I have planned out my week, when I do not feel like I know what the heck I'm doing, I feel a lot of guilt when it comes to things like reading fiction, when it comes to coming and sitting down at the river, when it comes to taking those breaks and giving myself that time. Oftentimes I feel a lot of guilt, and it comes down to the fact that I haven't taken the time to do the things that I know I need to do to help me see the success that I'm after. So just another little plug for the fact that if you could take 10 to 15 minutes once a week, doesn't even have to be on Sundays. I prefer Sunday, but it doesn't have to be on Sundays. 10 to 15 minutes once a week where you sit down, you plan your week, and then you can read that fiction. You can sit by that river bottom. You can go do those things and feel zero guilt because you know you have done whatever needs to be done, and you have planned whatever needs to be planned, and you've organized whatever needs to be organized, so that when that next day comes or that new week starts, you are so clear on what needs to be done. For me, that's all it takes. It goes from, oh my gosh, what does this week even look like? What do I have going on? What do I have coming up? What events, what dinners, what activities am I up to this week? To, oh, I take 10 to 15 minutes. I write it all down. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm so clear on what's coming up this week. And now I'm no longer stressed. And now I'm no longer overwhelmed. And now I'm no longer worried about this upcoming week. Or again, if you don't choose to do it on Sundays, that's fine too. But you're no longer worried about what's to come because you know what's to come. You've planned what's to come. You've organized what's to come. And you can feel zero guilt because you have taken the time to figure out what the heck's going on and what the heck is coming up and all of those things. That is something I struggled with for the longest time. 99% of the time when I am stressed out, it's because I don't know what's coming. But when I do know what's coming, I'm cool as a cucumber and I'm ready to go and I'm feeling good and I'm enjoying life fully. And if you haven't caught on by this point, that's my goal. My goal is to love life, to reflect back and be so proud of the life that I've lived, to be thankful that I spent the time at the river and reading the fiction book and doing the things, but also being super, super intentional with the time and the actions that I'm taking so that I can also reach my goals. I do 100% believe that both of those things can coexist. So for now, I'm going to get back to my book. I started this today and I'm already on chapter 8, page 38. Obviously that's not very much, but still I have been fully enjoying my time here at the river, and I am so thankful that I made this choice to come down here today, because otherwise I would just be sitting at my house. And instead I am getting to plan my week, feel fully ready to take on this new week, but also fully enjoy the beautiful life that I get to live. I ended up turning my music off, and I've just been listening to all the beautiful sounds of the birds and the river flowing by and bugs and anything else, and I've just thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed it. And I am so thankful that I took the time to enjoy it, because it's here. It's here for me to enjoy, but it's my choice to go and enjoy it versus staying at home, feeling guilt that I need to sit there and work, or I need to do this, or I need to do that. No, I've been here for a couple of hours. I'm getting ready to pack up, but I'm going to read this next chapter. Then I'm going to go home and make a delicious dinner and enjoy the rest of my Sunday evening and go on about my week and feel really, really thankful, rested, relaxed, recouped, and ready to take on a new week of working towards my goals and achieving the things that I've set my mind to achieve. So if this is the type of video that you have enjoyed, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. My content is kind of all over the place right now, and I'll be completely honest, it really is, because I'm trying to find, where do I fit in this YouTube space? Where do I fit in and what it is that I have to share? And all I know to do is just to continue to be completely authentically myself. This is my life. This is what I'm doing. And these are the kinds of thoughts that I have. And honestly, I don't see a lot of videos out there like this, where they're just coming to you from a real and raw spot of sitting at the river and planning their week and then reading fiction and talking to you about it. I don't see a lot of that. I see very perfectly polished videos, and I would rather come to you on my phone, recording by holding it out here. I don't have a tripod. I don't have lighting set up. I don't have any of those things. I'm sitting in my bathing suit, for goodness sakes. So I'd rather bring you that and show you who I truly am and how it is that I truly go about working on this mindset and working on these goals that I'm after, than it be some perfectly set up situation in my office or wherever. So anyways, I am so thankful that you're here. I'm so thankful that you watched this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that I will see you in the next video. So we'll see you next time.